Welcome back to Excellent Rides. I'm Donnie, the one that started the channel, of course. Today I kind of wanted to tackle something a little bit different today. I'm not sure if you guys can see it right now, but I'll show you in just a sec. But there's kind of a decent amount of rust forming right at the very bottom of both doors. And I just noticed that my uncle had like a sandpaper grinding attachment to one of the die grinders that he has, and I said, you know, that would really clean this up nice. And what I figured I'd do afterwards would be paint right over it with some of that paint that I do have, the rust prevention paint, the black paint. I think that'd be fine, because if I'm really honest right now, I would rather not be going and looking for doors. I think this is a nice, easy solution for the time being, because I'm not painting the car anytime soon, and well, I figured this will help prevent it from getting worse and get all the garbage off that's already there. So yeah. Removed from its resting place after 26 years. What the? You can really see sort of the rust that I'm talking about. It's mostly really right here. The rest of the door for the most part is fine. It's just where the outer door skin sort of folds over to the inside here, and so I figured I would clean that up, because I think I could easily do that, because last thing I need is the whole bottom of the door to be just holes per se. I don't want it to look like that, which that's getting dealt with. I'm thinking I might just go and get the extension cord out and grab the wire wheel attachment, because I think that might be able to get a lot of the deep stuff, because I got knocked all for the most part, the surface crap off. There's a decently noticeable difference. Now it's not all super crusty now. So I think now I'm just gonna hit this side real quick with a I was gonna say paint thinner, but I'm like, no, that wouldn't be great. I think I might just wipe this down real quick and then just start painting right over it. And I'm gonna make sure that I mask the door off and everything, because I really don't want it to drip over or anything or go where I don't want it. All I want is the edge here, because that'll make a difference. Tape job is done. Did right there on the bottom, and I know it looks horrible, and I don't kind of care. And just for extra, I figured I'd put a little tape on the outside of the door, because I don't know, I felt like it might do something. So let's get to it. On the plus side, this stuff dries really quickly. Okay, great. Painter's tape is not strong enough to take off my actual paint that's on the outside of the door. If anyone wants to say anything about, well, you know, you should really do this, you should just go buy new doors. Yeah, those are probably going to be about $400 for maybe a set of doors, maybe more for really nice ones. Because this happens to be a car that I don't think, I could be wrong this. I don't believe the sedan or two-door coupes doors are the same as the Futura model, like what I have, but I could be wrong. On top of the fact of there's just not too many of these cars out there, and if I want something that's nice, I gotta pay for it. And well, I was about to say not that I'm cheap, but that I'm cheap. I said, you know what? Why don't I do this? Because then I can keep the doors I have. I don't have to change them out, and they're perfectly fine. And look, that looks pretty good. Look at that. And it's not going to get any worse. The rust is gone. It's fixed. And this was literally like a dollar store paintbrush. I've had that can of paint for 6 months now. The roll of painter's tape was $9. And this took up all of 40, 30, maybe 40, 30 minutes, maybe an hour of my time. And look at the result I get. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. There isn't even any on the edges. Oh, God, I love that. Got the whole bottom side grinded down, and now time for paint. Yeah, it turned out just as good as the passenger side.
Oh, your hand.
It's fine. Well, now that that's all done, driver's side is done now too. Passenger side I already did. And I'm going to put this into perspective of someone like me. All I really paid for, realistically, was the painter's tape, the rolled painter's tape, which was $9. The two brushes, which were both like $1.25 each. The paint I've had since October, and the whole can cost me $70. And I mean, I did all of that with it, and so I believe I've already got all my money's worth out of it and more. As well as the fact of I've had that die grinder set, or the wire wheel set, for months as well, and I've already used that way more than I expected. So I'm gonna realistically say that I spent about $15 to knock out the rust on both doors. And I mean, realistically, like, I had the air attachment with the angle grinder, but like, you don't really need that. All you really need is the wire wheel set, which get it from Home Depot for like 25 bucks, on top of the paint, the tape. You can even get a spray can version of the same paint that I use. like a stir and stick, which is like what, $1, and then the paintbrushes, and you could fix your doors. Now, if they looked anything like these doors on this 56 Ford, yeah, I would 1000% be looking for complete new doors or replacement doors from another car. What I'm gonna be doing right now is crawling back underneath the car, and instead of using the wire wheel to get at the surface rust underneath the car, I'm gonna try something a little different because of that angle grinder disc that is on the angle grinder, of course, because it's an angle grinder. That's kind of like sandpaper. I figured, you know what, why don't I try that underneath the car, because it's a lot smaller, lighter, and I think it could do just as good of a job as the wire wheel, considering it's really not that thick of stuff underneath the car. And I would really like to just get this done and over with, so that this way here I could paint it and just get that out of the way. So I remember a while ago, this little floor plug had little pinholes in it. I'm like, you know, I wonder if I could buy new ones. Go on CJ Pony Parts, Fox Body floor pan plugs. Look at that. 2 brand new ones. $6 each. So I'm just going to pop that out quick. And there we go. Now it's out. Yeah, that's the old 42-year-old floor pan plug, and you can see got little pinholes in it, and this thing is pretty decently rusty. Considering the fact these brand new ones that will just drop right in were all of $6 each. I need new rubber, which I'm gonna have to get that now too, but $6 each. Kid you not, I barely put any force, just barely getting behind this, and if it says anything, that gas line is that rotted, and it still has a small bit of gas in it, so that's fantastic. Don't really know, both the gas and the brake lines completely shot. I mean, I wasn't planning on reusing these anyway, but I find it funny. after many days of just preparation, painting, and just legitimate headache, for the most part, it is done. From the start of the firewall all the way to the back of the car. It is painted under here. And yes, I know there are like little spots that I missed, but like right here, like I'm not doing this right now because of the fact that this still needs to be dealt with. So this ain't happening right now. And I really would like to go partially up the firewall up until the point where it's flat, so this way, and then from there, because I want to paint the engine bay at some point, the color I would like to eventually paint the whole car. Eventually, I say eventually. And so I'm at some point gonna do just up to maybe like where the edge of my finger is right there, and just do that. And then I'll come down here one day. I might just buy a rattle can version of that paint, and yes, I'm covered. This is like a a little note to wear gloves, because this stuff is not easy to get off. I can say that, considering both of my hands are like this. So yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Please like and subscribe.